Happy day, Tirow, Wóómi, and good evening, Marianas Sports community. My name is Justine.
And my name is Edna, and welcome to this week's episode of MSPN.
Yes, welcome to this week's MSPN episode. We have an exciting lineup for our viewers. Edna, why don't you tell our viewers about it?
Absolutely! So for tonight's episode, we're bringing you closer to the action in weightlifting, soccer, and baseball.
Last Saturday, the CNMI Weightlifting Federation hosted the last day of the 2023 Weightlifting Marianas Cup Championship at the Gilbert C. at the Gymnasium. 37 competitors battled it out to snatch the championship and bring it back to their home island.
In soccer, the Northern Mariana Islands Football Association celebrated the AFC Women's Football Day on Sunday, March 26th. To mark the occasion, dozens of women gathered at the Northern Mariana Islands Soccer Training Facility in Kobler to compete in a 3v3 women's single tournament.
The Tan-holding Saipan Baseball League returned on March 25 with a grand opening ceremony at the Francisco Tanco Palacios baseball field. Stay tuned for who made the ceremonial's first pitch.
What an exciting past weekend it was for sports fans. You know, it's only appropriate that we dedicate our first episode to the amazing women in sports. We also spoke with the NMI Weightlifting Federation President John Davis, who gave us a quick overview of the qualifiers and what happens next. Let's take a look.
We have to fill 20 slots, or we should fill 20 slots. We have too many men, so there's going to be a little battles going on in some of the weight classes, right? And we might have to do some creative slot filling, if you will. The women, we've only got 7 or 8 women, period, for 10 slots, right? But the slots are by weight class from 55, I think, to 87 plus. Okay, so women, we could take everybody, right? Technically, the problem is that some of those women are all in the same weight class. So there's, again, a little battles that are going to go on. Right? And the men have multiple battles in the different weight classes. So we'll take as many people as qualify, right? In the event that some people are lifting the same or their numbers come out the same, then we'll have what we call a lift-off. We'll bring them all together, we'll put them on the training platforms, and we'll have them lift weights against one another.
Speaking of Women's History Month, we were able to see the talent and strength of the female competitors while we were there. The opening for the weightlifting qualifier was a 7-year-old girl named Mariah Jean Lujan, which was truly inspiring for women who want to get into weightlifting. We spoke with Mariah's coach, and she mentioned that Mariah has been training for over a year now. And last Saturday, Mariah lifted 11 kilograms, which is about 22.05 pounds. For context, that's about half a sack of rice. So we had the opportunity to speak with Coach Luan, who was also a weightlifting competitor. Let's take a look.
This weekend, we just wanted to come out and support the CNMI Weightlifting Federation. Normally, a couple of the athletes come out to our Guam Nationals that we host the first quarter of every year. This is the first time where we've actually come out. They've allowed it to be an open, so we decided to come and support them. Our youngest athlete just competed. She's 7 years old, Mariah Jean Lujan. She started weight training maybe July of last year after the Pacific Mini Games. We were able to find a technique bar for her, and she loves the sport, so that's what she does. I think it's grown tremendously since the time I was lifting. I competed in 1999 and 2000, and at that time we were I believe there was only like 3 or 4 women from Guam. Now we're bringing about 6 to 8 out, which has grown tremendously. We've doubled. It's been quite some time, but you know, I think it's the mentality of women. Oh, I'm gonna weight train or lift and be bulky like a male. It's not that mentality no longer, so a lot of women are coming out and supporting. Just don't be afraid to try the sport. It's very fun. It's different from CrossFit. We do clean and jerks and snatches, but it's very technical. Feel free to reach out to your federation. They have in CNMI, there's youth programs and I believe juniors as well. And then also on Guam, we're trying to ramp up our youth and juniors to be the future of our weightlifters.
In the end, Guam came out on top. taking home the 2023 Weightlifting Marianas Cup. According to Davis, this is the first but will definitely not be the last collegial test for the CNMI in Guam. Davis said although they were a smaller visiting team, they were also more experienced. Nevertheless, the CNMI weightlifters gave them a run for their money. CNMI weightlifters are looking forward to turning the tables next year and bringing the cup back to the CNMI. The CNMI weightlifting team is now focused on the 2023 Solomon Pacific Games.
Amazing turnout for the weightlifting qualifiers. It's mind-blowing to see women representation in a male-dominated sport. Speaking of women representation, we spoke with NMIFA Women's Committee Chair Ms. Kathy Atau about the AFC Women's Football Day. Let's see what she has to say.
NMIFA has been celebrating Women's Football Day for the past 10 years. It started off at Håfa Junior High. Really super excited. It's such a wonderful day to get the women together to come out and just celebrate women in the sport that we love, soccer. And one thing that's so exciting about our community is because our women's program has really been growing by getting new players out and so forth. And so every single year it makes this event extra special to be able to come out and just celebrate women and being able to get them to do new things. We have a 3v3 tournament, and then we have drills for our girls and our new players just so they could get experience touching the ball and just have a day of fun. Yeah, I think for myself, I started off as a soccer mom, being the one standing in the stands and just cheering. They asked me to come and play, and I never thought I would love soccer, but I think being a player has been an amazing experience because you build friendship and you build great relationships even with your opponents. And so just really encourage everyone to come out because it's a great way to be healthy and also, just get to know other people and have a good time. Yeah.
Also speaking at the Women's Football Day is the NMIFA President Jerry Tan, who is an advocate and supporter of the women's program. Let's hear what he has to say.
I always give support to the women development, but I never really expected to see this many women. And this is really, and I have to give you the credit because I know many of you are out here today and every Sunday because you invited your friends to join, correct? Yes. So I hope the only thing I want to add to Vicky's speech is I'd just like to ask all of you to continue to invite more friends to join so that our women's program will continue to grow. Can we do that? And if you keep expanding the women's program, maybe it would justify for us to build another pitch. Right now, I have no reason to build any more pitch unless we see more players, and I hope it will come from the women. And I'd just like to acknowledge and thank all of you for inviting your friends, your family members, and that's why we have seen the growth. On top of that, every Saturday, which is it was yesterday, and every Saturday, many of you are out here not to play, but to be the soccer mom. So we know the role that you play, not only expanding our women's program, but our youth grassroots development. And that is so key to our long-term development of our program. So I really, really want to thank the other role that you play. It's not playing, but actually supporting your children. So give yourself a round of applause, please. Happy Women's Day.
That was my first time watching the AFC Women's Football Day, and I have to say there are a lot of women that truly enjoy the sport. When we were interviewing the women, I noticed the majority of them were enthusiastic about playing.
We also heard from a couple of ladies that told us what brought them out there and also shared some words of encouragement to fellow women who are thinking of joining soccer.
The love of my team. Matanza away.
Playing since I was like 8 or 9. And then as growing up, I also played with my mom. So she was always in the women's league. It's also an inspiration to me.
Just to have fun and lead the team for this event. And then, of course, it's a fun game. So we're just here to have fun.
What made us come out here today is our soccer game and to celebrate Women's Day.
Yeah, or to support other women.
I wanted to play and wanted to exercise
for my health as well.
I came out here today to support my team and to support women and women empowerment.
I'm out here today to play soccer with a bunch of women and my friends, and was excited to be out here because I was told there was going to be hundreds of women on the soccer field of all different abilities and just trying their hardest to support each other and have fun. So that's why I'm here.
What brought me out here, I wanted to make new friends, and most of my friends started playing soccer, so I decided to come out. And it's also a great way to stay healthy.
Just come out and help yourself. Like soccer is for everyone. Yeah, there's no age limit for that. And then just come up and play and have fun, and then you have new friends to meet. Yeah, and of course you're gonna be healthy.
Keep pushing through. It's fun. Everyone's gonna start somewhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you know, I encourage everybody to come out here and express the sport of soccer. I mean, I didn't even know that I'm into soccer until I actually got on the field and I tried it out. So I do encourage everybody to come out here, give it a shot. Even if you think you don't know how, I didn't know how either, but look at me 3 seasons in and I'm loving it. Come out and join us.
Do your best, use all of your skills, and just have fun. Remember that it's not about winning or losing, it's about being out here with a great group of women.
Say, just do it. You know, you never know until you do it. So, yeah, just come out and try it.
The Tan Holding Saipan Baseball League officially kicked off with the Northern Marianas Sports Association President Jerry Tan and retired sports broadcaster Bob Coldine throwing the ceremonial first pitch. Let's take a look.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Can I throw again? Just kidding.
We also heard from coaches, players, and spectators who told us what they expect this season and what team they're rooting for. Let's take a look.
Baseball is back, and people have been waiting for baseball for a long time. We're also feeding off of the momentum from the mini games and the great job that our men's national team did to bring gold home. And witnessed by the 11 teams that signed up for this season for the Tan Holding Saipan Baseball League, it goes to show that players want to start playing baseball again.
It feels good. My boys have been waiting for this moment. And yes, I'm ready. The boys are ready. And everybody's ready to play. Let's play ball game.
It's great to have baseball back. You know, there's nothing better than our national pastime sport in Saipan, which is baseball. You know, baseball has always been big, from the grassroots program to Little League all the way up to the adults. We've been winning tournaments in Asia Pacific, regional tournaments, and out to the World Series. Regardless if we haven't been any World Series champions, but we represented our region, Asia Pacific. It's nice to have the Tan Holding Baseball League this year. 11 teams. You can't ask for anything more than that. 11 teams. We're looking for a great season, a great year. We want to thank all the sponsors that make this event, this season possible. To all the coaches and volunteers that take their time to, guide the teams and their respective the leagues. Best wishes, best luck to everybody, and good luck to all teams.
It feels good to be back. Finally, after 3 years break.
Man, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's good to see that Saipan baseball's back, and as you can see, we're ready to play. We're ready to play.
And we're gonna try to defend the pennant. The championship again. And I'm glad that baseball is back. Everybody's happy.
Our expectations are like everybody else to put out a good season for the fans and end up winning the season.
To see the boys' performance. To hopefully get our first win on our first game.
I'm just excited to watch the games. We haven't had games for forever, and I'm excited for my kids to come out. I think they need to lay off the electronics a little bit, so they're excited to be out here too.
I'm just excited to see all the fans come out for baseball again, because it's been a while since baseball's been back on the island.
And that's a wrap for the very first episode of MSPN. Join us again next week as we bring you closer to the action of your favorite sports. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it.
and follow us on Instagram at Marianas Sports Network and Facebook at Marianas Sports. And if you'd like to share your stories, send us an email at marianasportsnetwork@gmail.com.
I'm Edna.
And I'm Justine.
See you next week on MSPN.